What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 90 Day Bald and Blunt. So, I made my first video last week and I got 7 new subscribers. So, hey, I want to say thank you guys, man. 7 people decided, hey, I want to subscribe to this bald-headed ass motherfucker. So, I appreciate that. All jokes aside, I appreciate that. I'm just a guy that likes the show and I have strong opinions about it. And I just thought, hey, let me go ahead and make a channel about it. I've been wanting a podcast partner, but I don't have any friends that watch this show. So instead of waiting around, I'm just going to do it myself. So to those 7 people that subscribed to me last week, thank you guys so much. And hopefully after this video, we'll get some new subscribers and, we'll keep the channel going. But anyway, so we had season 8, episode 5 of Before the 90 Day. Let's hop right into it. So we got Forrest and Sheena. So Forrest and Sheena, they seemed all happy dappy. Forrest got the love of his life, Sheena. But Sheena drops a bombshell on him. In her family, in her culture, the parents, they need approval, meaning they need to be the ones to approve who Sheena decides to marry. And I live in Asia, for those that don't know. I live in China. I've been living in China for 8.5 years now. I've been to the Philippines, been to Thailand, Korea. So I have experience in that culture. So that's a cultural clash right there. Families like in that type of culture, the family is going to need to be involved and they need to know who, when, what, there, how, kind of like what fucking Forrest's mom is doing. But they're really serious about that. And that's one of the reasons personally I couldn't really get involved with anyone whose family is like that, because personally, like, I know I got friends who are dating Chinese partners and the mother-in-law is, all in the videos, all on the records, dancing. I don't do all that. It's just, it wouldn't work with me, because I say, no, you got to go. But that's a cultural clash. That's how they do it. So Forrest is shocked, and he's like, why didn't you tell me? And as I mentioned in the previous video, I do like Sheena, but Sheena has a problem with like this thing called communication. She holds things out, like holding out why she decided to not tell, them that she's giving the money to this and that. So stuff like that, you cannot hold out on that type of stuff. You need to tell, Forrest, like, look, my parents are going to have to approve of you. Especially, it took this guy 7 years to save up to the Philippines. So, like, that I do think that's unacceptable. Like, that's a big deal. Because what if the parents don't approve? They're not going to approve. But, just saying, like, they don't approve, then what? This dude flew all the way here. So, and I don't think they're going to approve, because Forrest, he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have a job. Well, to be fair, most people don't have a job because, it is hard finding a job in this economy. Let's be real. 2025, there was a study that said that people throwing their resumes, applying, is the equivalent to just being sucked into a black hole. So can't no one find a job. So, hey, I don't blame you. But all jokes aside, I don't think that they will approve of him, because he doesn't seem like someone that, is a provider or anything like that. And I don't think they care about the cool factor, because he's not really a cool person. But he's white, so maybe he'll get a pass on that, But then if you white and American, they expect, for you to have some bread or, something like that. They asking Sheena for money, they gonna ask. They gonna ask, him, hey, how you gonna, take care of my daughter? That's the thing. Not to mention, man, like, if Sheena goes to the U.S., like, she can't work for now. She's not gonna be able to work. So it's like they're gonna have to provide, because she can't work. So they got to figure something out. Now, let's get into the car. Why is Forrest's mom, Molly, why is she talking about they need to go to the strip club? Now, I'll go, not with my mom. I don't think I would want to go with Molly either. Ugh. But you know what? No, I ain't gonna take that back. It might be fun going with Molly. It'd probably be fun going with her, to be honest. No, but I didn't like that she's telling him, you should go to the strip club. Like, leave that dude alone, man. Like, he's leave him alone. Come on, man. But anyway, the big controversy between them came because Sheena said that she recommends Forrest meets her parents first, and then the following day, Molly and Dev meet the parents because they feel that Molly will, be all over the joint, going crazy because she is crazy and confrontational and has anger issues and has a short temper. So they feel, hey, let the parents meet first. Let Forrest meet the parents first, so we can, get comfortable and stuff. And then the next day, and let me tell you, when they announced that to Molly, oh man, she was not happy. Like, she actually proved their point because she had a temper, she was angry, the blase. She literally just proved their point. Like, like this dude said, hey, a year. Like, he's just it's literally one fucking day. One day. You can't wait one day. One day, hey, y'all meet him today and then tomorrow I'll meet him. Just one day. But you lost your shit. So you kind of prove his point, her point too. You kind of prove the point. But also, we don't know much about Sheena's parents except allegedly they emotionally abuse her. And then when she said they're not bad people, they probably are bad people, if I'm being honest. And I don't think Sheena has the courage to stand up to her parents. I mean, Forrest is standing up to his mom, as we see. It's like you expect Forrest to stand up to his mom, and that's what he is doing. Good for him. But like, Sheena, you're gonna have to stand up to your parents too. You're a grown ass woman. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you 40. Like, I don't give. Nah, you got to stand up to him. I'm sorry. Especially if you're the breadwinner, like, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. That's like if I got a son and he telling me what to do. Like, little nigga, I pay the bills, so no. But at the end of the day, they're all delusional. I think Forrest and that whole family is delusional as hell. They're super delusional because what are y'all providing Sheena? I just want to know, what are you providing Sheena? You're not providing her anything. And when she goes to America, she's not going to be able to work. I don't think her parents are going to take it lightly. I think it's going to be big problems. But yeah, like, that's the whole thing. Molly got mad because they said, hey, just meet the next day. And, you got so mad, like, you literally proved their point. And I'm sorry, Forrest is a grown ass man. Let him deal with the consequences of whatever happens. Moms, they mean well, but moms can be very, very, very harmful. This situation reminds me of Waterboy. Have y'all seen Waterboy with Adam Sandler? His mama told him that girls are the devil. I mean, girls are the devil. I mean, if we're being honest. But no. But moms, they love you unconditionally, and obviously a mother's job is to protect her children. But that stuff can be harmful because what they do is they hinder you from adulthood. They hold you back. Like, when I was, 16, 17, 18, I had to break out of that from my mom because my mom would have held me back. I love my mom. Me and my mom have a great relationship. But as a not just as a man, as an adult, you have to break out of that because your mom, she look, her duty is to protect you. Like, that's literally a mother's job, is to protect their children. And she will go great lengths, and it could harm you because your growth is stunted. And that's the thing with Forrest. His growth is stunted. He doesn't know how to be a responsible adult yet. It's just like Waterboy. His mom held him back the entire time. Lied about, his father or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm done with that. We'll see what happens with these people next week. All right, let's go to Lisa and Daniel. Lisa talked about her titties, hurting. She wants to let them out. No. Keep them titties inside, please. I don't want to see them. And I think the rest of the 90-day audience, we don't want to see them titties. But yeah, she was on the plane for Lord knows how long. And yeah, man, when she got off the plane, it took her forever to get off the plane because she had to, put on the makeup, put on the wig. She had to take the soap and water and put her armpits and her titties and her coochie. And I'm like, oh my goodness, man. Like, he's not gonna eat you out when you get to the airport. Like, I mean, look, if you're in the airport, you haven't showered in forever. I get it, but like, Lord, she was doing a lot. Always I have to look perfect and da da da. But yeah, when they got outside, man, I mean, yo, that was some X-rated stuff, man. Like, they was like that Florida man. They was like, eating each other's faces and stuff, man. 'Cause that's what they was doing. It was eating each other's faces. They was Florida Man 2.0. But as I mentioned, my biggest issue is Lisa hiding the fact that she is currently married to a woman. Daniel already said he doesn't approve of her being with a woman, but he doesn't know that she is currently married to a woman and has been married to other women. And she's scared that, if and when I tell him, he's going to leave me stranded. First of all, ain't nobody going to stranded what? You can book your flight and just leave. You're not held against your will. Number two, he has every right to leave, because this is the issue I have. Like, he reserves the right to know these things. He reserves the right, and it's up to him to decide if he wants to stay or not. But you decide to wait until you get here. You're going to break that dude's heart. But then again, does he really like her, or does he want a green card? I don't know. Let's just say for purposes of this discussion that he is just so madly in love with her. I mean, he was eating her face. But whatever, man. But I have an issue with that, because now you ruin everything. So, like, if he does decide, I don't want nothing to do with you anymore, you have nobody to blame but yourself. You wasted this man's time, energy. You wasted your money and your time and your energy, because you couldn't be a responsible person and just communicate these situations. He reserves the right to know if you were married, let alone you currently were currently married to another woman. So yeah, you're in the wrong for that. That's pretty fucked up. All right, let's go to Javon and Anna Lynn. Javon is a red pill. He started the battle spirit. I knew that actually, because the first episode he said American women want the 6'6". And then, when Anna Lynn brought up that he looks at these podcasts about alpha males and stuff. Now, I'm not going to shit on Javon too much, because, look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was very, very guilty myself. I was deep into that whole red pill manosphere bullshit, man. I was deep into that shit, man. But I got out of that stuff. I think it's garbage, to be honest. All those guys, Fresh and Fit, all those motherfuckers is garbage, man. Look, I used to be deep into it, man, but it's garbage, and I can see why he's into it, and I hope that, he's like 38. I think he's too old to be on that bullshit, man. Yeah, I was late 20s, early 30s when I first got into that garbage, but you like almost 40. You still on that bullshit, man. Like, you need some help. But I hope you can get off that bullshit, though. As far as Anna Lynn, I don't really like her, to be honest. She's the type that will, like, slash your tires. I feel like, or like if I'm playing like PlayStation and she's mad, I'm like giving her attention, she'll like break it. That's just the vibe I get from her. But yeah, they arrive. He arrives to Philippines, and crying and this and that. She's chatty, he's quiet. That's just how it is. I thought it was funny. She was like going off on Javon's feet, how it stinks. To be fair, he was on a flight for like a long time. I mean, look, he's on a long flight. He didn't get a chance to shower or do anything. So like, what do you honestly expect? So I know that's like, if that was a consistent thing, you have every right to be upset. But like, the dude literally just got off a long flight. He didn't have time to shower or do anything. So it's a long flight. I mean, really the first thing you should do when you get to your hotel is shower. That's the first thing you should always do. When I get home from outside, I shower, because I ain't trying to be stinky. But whatever. At least unlike the other couples, they actually smashed. And, good. I mean, apparently she hasn't had sex in a decade, and she thinks the positions have changed, hey, yes, they've changed. I hate to break it to you, but they've changed. Yes, they have. Anyway, whatever. Going off on Lauren and Birkan. That date was awkward. Like, imagine you're a dude. You got this chick that flying all the way to you, finally. And then on the next day, y'all's like not first date because y'all didn't hung out. Y'all go to the plastic surgery appointment. That's weird, man. I'm sorry. That's weird. And by the way, I think that that place is just, it's free advertisement for them. I think that place is free advertisement. That's probably where all like the 90 Day, stars get their stuff. Like, the Silva sisters, Darcy and Stacy. Probably where Natalie. I don't know where Jasmine went to get hers, but I mean, the show really, they should do a spinoff of the show called 90 Day Plastic, because like I swear like 90% of the women are all plasticed up. Darcy, Stacy, Jasmine, Yara. It's all just plastic. Now, I'm very, very against plastic surgery, but in Lauren's case, I get it because she lost all the weight, and that loose skin is going to be hard to get rid of. So like I kind of actually do get it. I'm not shitting on it. Like I normally do a lot of other things. I'm not shitting on it. I actually kind of get it. But I do think it is a bit weird. I'd be freaked out if a chick took me, hey, this is plastic surgery. I'd be pretty freaked out. But Birkan, he seems real chill and cool. Like my first thought was, yeah, he don't like her. But I think that's just, he's just a guy that's just chill. Like he doesn't say much. He's just a chill, relaxed guy. That's just how he is. And that's the vibe I get from him. So I don't have much bad to say about him. He's just a chill, relaxed guy. That's just him. So, but he was supportive of her and didn't belittle her and made her feel special. So hey, good for them. We'll see how it is. And last, Emma and Ziad. So I thought Emma was a moron. Hey, let me just go ask people that don't speak English where the fucking hair oil is. Like, oh my goodness, you should know better, because you've been to Morocco before. I don't hate Emma. I think her voice is annoying, as I mentioned it in the past video. Babe, oh, thank you. I don't like her voice, but she's a nice girl. I don't have anything bad to say. She's a nice girl. A little bit cuckoo, a little bit ditzy, but I do like her. I think she's a nice girl. But what I did not like was that she spent this time trying to dig up his past, like, oh, who are you talking to, this and that, and then you went on an app to find out if he was talking to girls, and you found an app that, oh, he was following girls, blah 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 blah. That was your whole focus. Meanwhile, you have skeletons in the closet, because let's not forget, you were engaged to another dude from Morocco, and you never disclosed that. So basically, you're projecting your evil onto him. That's most people like that. When they start accusing you of things, it's because it's a reflection of what they're actually doing, and that's what it is with Emma. It's a reflection of what she's doing. And then Ziad he had enough, and he confronted her about her stuff. Like, hey, why did you ghost me? Why'd you ghost me? We started talking. And then she says, oh, I was just going through a breakup. That is code for, oh, I was actually still talking to my ex dude while I was talking to you. That's what that was. You were still talking to him, and you were talking to Ziad at the same damn time. Yeah, that's that Future, you know what I'm saying? But no, that's what that was. Y'all was talking at the same, you talking to two dudes at the same damn time. So you concerned about him talking to girls, but yet you talking to two dudes at the same damn time. So you're in the wrong. And not to mention, he don't even know that this dude was a dude that you was engaged with from Morocco, because he doesn't know that you've been to Morocco, because you was getting your cheeks clapped. And then you or him ended it because he was talking to some chicks. So I don't know, man. Emma's just a little bit cuckoo. But anyway, that is my breakdown. That's my take, my opinion of Before the 90 Day, Season 8, Episode 5. Why the hell do I watch this show? Everybody on here is a freaking moron. They're all stupid morons. But that is my breakdown. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next week, we got episode 6. We see our favorite artist. I'm gonna get on him, and we got some of the other cast members that we're missing from the couple ones. So we'll get on that. But if you stay to the end, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, man. I want subscribers, man. Subscribe to the channel, please. And hey, follow me on Instagram at _ Uncle Money. I don't have 90-day content on there. It's just my life. That's it. But yeah, follow, subscribe to this, and I will see you beautiful people next week. Cheers.